Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, for the Yankees pregame. We got a really fun series starting tonight. Yankees-Red Sox at Fenway Park. Domingo Germán on the mound tonight against Martin Perez. Should be a very, very fun one. But, listen, before we get into anything involving tonight's game, shout out to everybody currently in the chat. Let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. We got KG Baseball, Lori, Justin Minguez. Who else we got? We got Larry's Chargers. Don't know what his Chargers are, but I hope they're good. We got Martin. Who else? Stevie Bats, Nate Talks, Damian, Dirtbike Nation, Majestical Chicken. Love that name. We got Austin Lugo, Not So Family Fun Vision, JT. We got David. Appreciate you all for stopping by. Really do. But first of all, hope everyone's having an awesome day. We're in for quite a night. Tonight. We know Yankees-Red Sox games are always the most thrilling of the season, especially when the two teams are both competing, right? And that's kind of the key, especially because the Yankees have a pretty good lineup tonight. So let's take a look at the Yankees lineup real quick. Looking at it, I actually have no complaints tonight, chat. For the first time in a while, I'm looking at a Yankees lineup, and I actually have no complaints. I can't really see anything I would change. You have DJ leading things off. Judge batting second in center field. You got Gary batting 3, Stanton 4, Voit 5, Torres 6, Urshela 7, Andujar 8, Frazier 9. I think maybe the only thing that I would change is swapping Urshela and Torres in the order. But other than that, I think that this is the ideal lineup. Not So Family Fun Vision says, where's Ode Goat? Rougned Odor, I don't know if I need to say this a little bit louder for the people in the back, but Rougned Odor is not starting for the Yankees as long as everyone's healthy. There's literally no space for him. I don't know where you see space for Rougned Odor. He's clearly not going to be playing second base over DJ. And Glaber and Gio have to be in the lineup every day as well. Same with Voit. So Odor's not going to be playing every single day. But Domingo Germán is starting tonight. Domingo Germán's one of those guys where, I don't know, I guess he's the Yankees too right now, right? Even though, taking a look at his previous few starts here, let's see. His last start was against the A's on June 19th in the Bronx. He went 4 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. Then his start before that was the one against the Phillies, where he went 4 1/3, gave up 7 earned runs. So I guess you could say Germán's kind of due for a good start. I think you could say that. I don't really know. I don't know what to expect from him tonight. It's tough because I think that the Yankees have a really good chance of winning just because I like the pitching matchup. I think Germán is better than Martin Perez, and I think that's the key for the Yankees tonight. The Yankees also have a very right-handed heavy lineup, so maybe that rocks Martin Perez. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But kind of going back to the main frame here to take some questions, comments, concerns. Let's see what we got in the chat tonight. Austin says, Pat, I'm back. Missed 4 streams in Spain with pregnant wife. Let's go. Shout out to you, Austin. Thank you for coming back. Let's see. Austin says, Pat, I have one complaint. Clint is playing. I would rather have Wade. I'm honestly, Clint hasn't been hitting too poorly lately, so I think I'd probably go with Clint over Wade. But I could understand the argument. If someone kind of said that they wanted Wade to be in there over Clint, I get it. I would completely understand. T-Bird says, big weekend about to start. Let's go Yankees. Chat, can we note how important this series is? Me and Dan talked about this on the Pat and Dan show last night, but this is a huge series for the Yankees, simply because this can kind of make or break their season, right? They're going up against the Red Sox, one of the leaders in the American League East, and you're kind of just looking at it from a different perspective now because the Yankees are coming into it kind of hot, right? You could say the Yankees are hot. They've been pretty good in their past, 10 games at this point, I would say, because they swept Toronto, and then they took 2 out of 3 from Oakland, and then they took 2 out of 3 from KC. So if we're doing math, somehow we always end up doing math. That's 3, 6, 9. So they're 7-2 in their last 9. I would say that that's pretty good. I'll take that any day of the week. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Freddie says, hey there, Patrick, and all Yankee fans here. I'm unhinged. Freddie, I appreciate you, my man. Not So Family Fun Vintage says, why is Judge batting second? It should be Stanton, Judge, Gary. I'm not opposed to that. I think Judge is just comfortable in the 2-hole. I don't know. I think the Yankees don't really want to mess with anything right now. But I could understand what you mean when you say stand in the 2-hole. We saw what he did in that spot in the lineup earlier on in the season. Clearly, it's a spot where he's comfortable in, a spot where he rakes. But I think right now, this lineup is kind of perfectly constructed. I'll say that much. But Jesse says, Aaron Judge and Luke Voit and Stanton are going to hit home runs back to back to back. If they hit 3 home runs in a row, chat, I'll come on the post game after the game, and I'll do 50 jumping jacks. Get your little notepads out, write that down. If they go back to back to back tonight at any point, I'm doing 50 jumping jacks on the post game. Keep that in mind. Anthony says, what I love about today's lineup is that there are no breaks for the opposing pitcher. Literally every batter is going to put up a fight. I agree 1,000%. And that's why you kind of look at this lineup, and I'm very confident in it. I don't think that anybody could tell me, unless like Not So Family Fun Vision wants Odor, but I don't think anybody could argue that there's a better lineup that the Yankees could put together right now. I truly don't believe it. Let's see. Stevie Bat says Herman is better than he has been. I hope so. I really hope we see Herman come back down to earth, I guess. I think the numbers that we've seen from his past 2 starts isn't necessarily who Domingo Herman is. I truly don't. I think that he's a little bit better of a pitcher, but I also don't think he's like that ace that a lot of people thought he was in 2019 either. I think that there's some sort of middle ground there that Domingo Herman is that I think hopefully we'll see tonight. Let's see. KG Baseball says, I want to keep Gary 3. He is very comfy there. Very true. Gary does look very comfortable in the 3-hole. Honestly, I don't think you can move Gary from the 3-hole at this point. Unless he completely falls off. I think Gary is in the 3-hole for kind of the remainder of this hot streak, for sure. I can't really look at a guy in the lineup that would fit better in that 3-hole. I think the lineup construction is perfect. I think it's all going to come down to Domingo Herman tonight. I truly do. If Domingo Herman pitches well, the Yankees are going to win. If he doesn't, they're going to lose. I think the offense is going to score runs regardless, right? I truly do. But I don't know. My confidence in Herman is not 100% there, but partially there. It's partially there tonight. Austin says, Pat, I missed your Pat and Dan show, but I watched it at 3 a.m. Spain time on replay. I was exactly the 666th view. It freaked me out, kind of. Bro, I don't know what to tell you. But Lori says, Nola struck out 10 Mets in a row today. Wow. I'm sure a few of those guys that he struck out were former Yankees. It seems like almost the entirety of the Mets lineup are former Yankees. You look at Billy McKinney, Mason Williams, Yankee legend. Do they still have Brandon Drury, Cameron Maybin? They have a bunch of former Yankees. Chasen Shreve, Dylan Betances. They have a ton. They have a ton of former Yankees. Trey says, if the bottom of the order can record a couple hits, it'll be a good night. Yeah. I'm really looking at that bottom half of the Yankees order. Let me pull up the lineup real quick once again. Looking at that bottom half of the order, right? You're looking at... I'm going to take Urshela out of the equation because he's been hitting. But let's kind of say Torres, Andujar, Frazier. If those guys could start producing for this team, I'll genuinely be ecstatic. That'll be the key for the Yankees. Simply because we know that top half is gonna produce, right? You know DJ's kind of gonna be decent. You know Judge is gonna produce. You know Sanchez is gonna produce. You know Stan's gonna produce. You know Voigt's gonna produce. You know Gio's gonna produce. But now Glaber and Andujar Frazier, they're kind of just thrown up in the air right now, and you don't know what they're gonna get from them. So if the Yankees could get some solid performance out of them tonight, that would be an ideal situation. Let's see. Old Hibaro says Yankees win 55 of the next 88 games. Will finish 28 games over 500. So what would their final record be in that point? If they're 28 games above 500, chat. How do we always end up doing math? I think you guys do this on purpose. So 500 would be 81 wins and 81 losses, correct? So then 28 games above that would be, what's 162 minus 28? That's not right. 109? 109 would be the number. I'll go with that. That sounds about right. But then Old Hibaro says 95. Austin says 107. So really, I don't think anyone knows what's going on. Not So Family Fun Vision says it's simply 109 and 53. For some reason, I'm trusting Not So Family Fun Vision because he said the same thing as David, and David said it first, which leads me to believe he's fairly confident in his answer. Winning 55 of the next 88 games will be tough. That would be a very tough hurdle to climb. But then also it's possible. It's possible with this team, especially if they make some deadline moves. I don't know. We'll see. But Anthony says, yo, Pat, who do you think is going to make the All-Star team from the Yanks? Kind of looking at it right now. I guess Judge for sure. I'm going to say Gary. That's 2. Cole, that's 3. Any of the relievers? Maybe Chapman? You guys think Chapman's going to make the All-Star team? So I guess 4. I think I'd have 4 Yankees. I'll say Chapman, Judge, Gary. Who's the other guy? Cole. Maybe Stanton? Is it possible Stan makes the All-Star team? I haven't really looked at his numbers, but I mean, it's possible Stan makes it there just like out of like a final vote or something. I have no idea. No clue. Especially if he gets hot. We'll see. Let's see. Jesus says, we're going to tank the rest of the season. We're not. The Yankees are not tanking the rest of the season. I can guarantee you that. Let's see. Anthony says, you're right. We're going to hit the Red Sox pitching. It all comes down to Herman, Monty, and Cole. I'd say if they go at least 6 innings pitched and less than 4 earned runs, we sweep easy. Yeah, for sure. Me and Dan kind of talked about this. If you guys missed the Pat and Dan show yesterday, definitely go rewatch it. Really solid. But I think it's all going to come down to the pitching this series for the Yankees. And I think tomorrow is the toughest matchup for the Yankees pitching-wise because it is Monty versus Eovaldi. So I think that's the toughest pitching matchup that the Yankees are going to get this series. Tonight, like I said, it's Herman versus Martin Perez. Very winnable game. And then Sunday is Garrett Cole versus Eduardo Rodriguez, who's having a really bad season. So I think Sunday is one of those games that you almost walk into just hoping for an automatic win. And then you probably... My ideal situation is obviously sweeping, right? But I think the realistic situation is you win tonight with Herman on the mound. You lose tomorrow, Monty versus Eovaldi. Eovaldi always kills the Yankees, honestly. And then Sunday, I think you win with Cole. You take 2 out of 3 from Boston. That's the realistic situation that I'm thinking is probably going to happen. Kiko says Gio will make it. I hope so. I mean, I don't know like what his numbers are looking like compared to other American League third basemen, but I guess it's possible, for sure. Austin says, Pat, huge fan, never miss a stream unless I have to, with travels or something, with family. Keep up the great work. Hashtag underrated. Appreciate you, Austin. Really do appreciate you. I never miss a stream either, chat. I never miss a stream either. I was talking about this on Derek's show the other day. I think, chat, I think I missed like 1 post-game or like 1 pre-game the entire season so far, if that, and that was because like I was at the game with Dan or something, and then I missed 1 other post-game for something. But I mean, bro, we're grinding these out every single day. Pre-game, post-game, let's go no matter what. KG Baseball says, what about Wandy? He definitely deserves to be an all-star. You know, Wandy Peralta deserves to be an all-star for the Hudson Valley Renegades. Do you guys know the Hudson Valley Renegades, Yankees single A affiliate? Yeah. Let's see. Anthony says, Nathan Eovaldi always turns into Pedro Martinez against the Yankees. For some reason, yeah. It feels like that every time we go up against a player that we kind of like gave up on, right? Every time we go up against a guy we either trade away or let walk in free agency, they always come back and bite us every single time. Mike Ford hit a huge home run the other day for whatever minor league team for the Rays that he's on. He had an absolute nuke. I think Mike Ford is starting to grow his beard back too. Good for Ford. I never hated him as a person, obviously. His production on the Yankees was just brutal, though. Straight up brutal. Austin says, Pat, Justin Wilson deserves to be an all-star, period. Very true. Yelkter's post says, honestly, why has Chad Green never made an all-star game? It's a good question. I think if you kind of look at Chad Green's numbers, this could be wrong, but I think he's usually a better second-half pitcher. I know 2019, wasn't that year where he was so bad in the first few months where he actually had to be sent down to AAA and then come back up to work on some things. So, yeah, Chad Green had that rough patch in 2019, and then I don't know why he wasn't there in 2018 or 2017. Lucas Lidke making the All-Star team. That's not that crazy of an idea, honestly. Martin says, yo, Pat, what's your favorite baseball movie of all time? All right, Chad, I know this is an important pregame stream because like we have the Yankees-Red Sox game tonight, but let's have some fun with it. Everyone name your favorite baseball movie of all time in the chat. Mine is probably Rookie of the Year. Who's seen that one? With Henry Rowengartner on the Cubs. He breaks his arm and then he turns into like an absolute stud. Favorite baseball movie of all time. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say Sandlot and all those. But Moneyball's a really good one too. Yelkter's post. Moneyball's a really good one. Sandlot, yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. Pride of the Yankees, I've never seen that. Benchwarmers, Major League, 8 Men Out, haven't seen that. Sandlot. Anthony says, yo, Pat, I got tickets for July 2nd, Yankees versus Mets. It's DeGrom versus Cole. You got to get tickets. It's going to be the most ridiculous pitchers duel. Is that true? Because I thought I saw that the way things are kind of lined up right now, we're not expected to see Cole versus DeGrom. Is that true? Chat, let me know. Are we expected to see Cole versus DeGrom or no? As far as, like, figuring out the schedule and everything. Let's see. I see Sandlot, Moneyball, Field of Dreams, Moneyball. Yeah, Moneyball's a really good movie. I really like that movie. When I was in, I believe, my junior year of college, I wrote like a 10-page paper on it. Good movie. But, chat, let me bring up Martin Perez's stats, kind of in his most recent starts so you guys could kind of get a grip on how he's been lately. Martin Perez, in his last start against the Royals on June 19th, he went 5 innings, only gave up 1 earned run. However, it's kind of like a Domingo Germán situation. The start before that, so his second to last start against the Blue Jays, he only went 1 1/3, gave up 5 earned runs, 3 of which were home runs. So we don't know what kind of Martin Perez we're going to see from the Red Sox tonight. We might see the dude who is going to go like 5 innings, only give up 1 earned run, or for all we know, it could be the dude that showed up on June 3rd for the Red Sox when they faced the Astros, and he went 7 2/3 shutout innings. You don't know whether you're getting like the 1 1/3 with like 7 earned runs in the first inning, or you're going to get a good Martin Perez. However, I'm looking at this Yankees lineup, and I'm very, 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 very confident that they're actually going to rake him tonight. I truly think that they are. I don't know. But let's see. Anthony says, Michael K just said on his show that it's DeGrom versus Cole. I just took his word for it. Yeah, I think that was the original plans. However, I think that might have changed. I don't know. I would calculate it myself and try to figure it out, but you guys know I can't do math at all. So yeah. Majestical Chicken says, Pat, I'm going to chop off my toe. Please don't. Austin says, Pat, Cortez has been great lately. He needs to be in the situations that Dumb Peralta is in. I actually thought of this yesterday. I was like, why does it feel like Wandy Peralta always gets the opportunities in like the high leverage situations when Nestor Cortez Jr. never does? It seems like he's always used as like that mop-up guy. When the Yankees are down by like 6, they'll just throw Nestor Cortez in there. I think maybe Wandy Peralta should just become that guy. I think he's just so bad at this point. You can't trust him in close games anymore. So why not save him for like that Nestor Cortez role? Couldn't hurt. Martin says, if we face DeGrom, Yankees will get no hits. He's a beast. Probably not. And I hate to say this. Listen, I know all of us are like, oh, we want Cole versus DeGrom. I can guarantee you guys DeGrom will pitch better. Jacob DeGrom is a better pitcher than Garrett Cole. It's as simple as that. Now, that's not discrediting Garrett Cole by any means. He's the second best pitcher in baseball. I'm truly certain about that. However, Jacob deGrom is just on another level from everyone. You can't even compare the two. It would be a great matchup, though, for sure. Let's see. Henry says, Yanks are peaking like an NFL team leading into the post? What does that mean? You watch? All right. Let's see. Austin says, Pat, I'm nervous for when we face Ohtani in a few days for hitting and pitching. I'm not nervous, bro. That dude can't handle New York anyway. I don't think we've seen Ohtani in the Bronx yet, have we? I don't think we have since he came over in the to the Angels from Japan, and he kind of was just kicked the Yankees to the curb basically, and that's when the Yankees got Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, deGrom is better by far. I would say so. But chat, let's make some home run predictions for tonight. How about that? I kind of have to go with my usual, right? I'm going to go Judge just because Judge had a little bit of a coming out party yesterday. He had a very good game. Number 2, I got to go with Giancarlo Stanton. Specifically because of his numbers against Martin Perez. Get ready for this. Where's the numbers? In 7 at-bats against Martin Perez in his career, Giancarlo Stanton has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He's batting .429. Out of everyone in the Yankees lineup, he obviously has the best numbers against Perez. However, another guy to watch tonight that I think might go yard is Luke Voit. Luke Voit in 9 career at-bats against Perez also has 2 home runs as well with 3 RBIs. So my 3 picks to hit a home run tonight are Judge, Stanton, Voit. Gary is a very good pick too. I would pick Gary, but I'm not going to pick 4 guys to go yard. So I'm going to go Judge, Stanton, Voit. There we go. Let's see what you guys think in the chat. I see Sanchez, Stanton, Gio, Judge, Stanton. Gary continues to rake. He will hit 2 homers off the monster. I like that a lot. Giancarlo over the green monster. Gardner off the bench. Let's see. DJ. DJ's actually an out there one. Okay. If it's an opposite field shot, I'll take that. But I can't really see DJ going over the monster. I'd love to see it, but I'm not predicting it. Let's see. Anthony says, gonna go on a limb. Torres comes out of his slump, hits 2 home runs. I like that a lot. Glaber's an anomaly right now. It's actually really weird how bad Gleyber Torres has been. It's actually a little bit concerning at this point. A little bit concerning how bad Gleyber Torres has been. Talked about this with Dan yesterday. Moving forward, I just don't know how much more faith we could have in Gleyber Torres, especially if he doesn't turn around eventually and just have like a ridiculous month out of nowhere. I don't know how much more faith we could put in the dude moving forward, but I guess we'll see. Let's see what we got in the chat. Amy says, Pat, who did you like better, Starlin or Didi? To be honest with you, that's a tough one. I think I liked Starlin better. I know, call me crazy. Everyone's going to say Didi. But I think I like Starlin better just because, I don't know, I remember being more excited when the Yankees acquired Starlin Castro. I did purchase a Starlin Castro shirt when the Yankees acquired him. I believe after the 2015 season. 2016 was the first year he was with the Yankees. Starlin Castro was a really fun Yankee. I think an underrated Yankee for sure. He had a bunch of big hits. I know he didn't really do too much in the 2017 postseason, but I think Starlin Castro is still the man. Love you, Starlin. Let's see. Ruben says, just got in listening to the beginning of the stream. Love this lineup. I agree, though. Switch Gleyber and Gio. Yeah, I would have to agree with you. The lineup's awesome. It's finally great to see that the Yankees are taking the lineup seriously, especially in a game against Boston, right? I can't expect to see any punt lineups of the series. Expect Gary Sanchez to play these next 2. He's probably not going to be playing the final game of the series. So just keep that in mind. Before anyone gets a little bit too pissed off on Sunday when we do like that 12 p.m. pregame and everyone's like, Gary's not in the lineup, oh, cancel the season. Just, I'm telling you now to expect it. So don't be shocked on Sunday morning. But let's see. Austin says, Pat, Cubs threw a combined no-hitter versus the Dodgers yesterday. Combined no-hitters don't do it for me. Honestly, regular no-hitters don't even do it for me anymore. We've seen so many of them this season, and it's actually funny. Chat, we haven't seen any no-hitters. Well, obviously, opposed from the combined ones, which I think are just weird. But we haven't seen a single pitcher throw a no-hitter since this whole, like, sticky substance thing has came out. It's actually funny. Because in the beginning of the season, I feel like there was a no-hitter every other day. And now, all of a sudden, bang. Lori says, hey, Pat, did you see that Boone said, yes, Gary would catch Cole at some point? I think he has to say that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think he's just telling fans what they want to hear. I'll actually be surprised if Gary catches Cole more than 3 times the rest of the season. Chat, over under 3 times will Gary Sanchez catch Cole this season. So that not including opening day, right? I'm talking from this day forward. Will Gary Sanchez catch Gary Cole over or under 3 games? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Let's see. Amy says over, way over. Jordan says under. Wow, you guys are really confident that Gary's going to catch Cole, huh? I'll take it. I would love to see that happen. However, I don't know if it's too realistic. I think Garrett Cole really likes pitching to Kyle Higashioka, and I think the way the Yankees are kind of going to structure it is Gary Sanchez can't catch every day anyway, right? So they're just going to schedule his off days for the days when Cole pitches, so he'll be off like 1 day a week. That's kind of what I'm expecting from it. I would love to see him catch Cole, though. I guess we'll see. Big Brain Borg says, Pat, I'm behind. You sound tired. No, I'm never going to admit I'm tired. Never. Let's see. Ozzy says, what if they DH Gary last game? Stan's been playing every day, probably needs a day off. It's possible. You make a point there. If the Yankees want to give Stan an off day on Sunday, I think it depends how the series goes, right? Let's say Gary isn't too hot these first 2 games of the series, then maybe you're okay with giving him an off day on Sunday, right? However, if Gary's raking these first 2 games and Stan's not really looking too hot, I think, of course, you would have to kind of just bench Stanton on Sunday, and then you would start Gary at DH. I think that would probably be the ideal situation here. But, chat, let's make some predictions as far as Domingo Germán. What do we think his pitching line is going to be tonight? How many innings do you think he's going to go? How many runs do you think he's going to give up? Is he going to give the Yankees the win? That's my main question here. I think Germán, let's say he goes 5. I think he's probably going to go 5 innings tonight. He's not going to give the Yankees too much length probably. Let's say 5 innings, 2 earned runs. How about that? I think that's kind of fair. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. No, I don't think anybody could kind of get mad at me for that. I think that's like a typical Domingo Germán start. We could see him be better. We could see him be a lot worse. That's how baseball works, guys. Ozzy says 5 1/3, 3 runs. I see 7 innings, 2 runs. 4 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits, 7 Ks. 8 innings, 12 Ks, 1 earned run from Not So Family Fun Vision, bro. If Domingo Germán gives the Yankees 8 innings with 12 Ks and 1 earned run, they're sweeping the Red Sox. I can guarantee you that. I can't see it happening, but I wouldn't complain if it did. I see a bunch of people saying 5 2/3, 7 2/3. It looks like everyone kind of has him going above kind of 5. Everyone has him going above 5. No one really has him going below 5 besides Amy. So, I mean, I'd be happy with that. I think 5 is kind of the minimum as far as Domingo Germán goes, for sure. Austin says, Pat, did you see what Scherzer said? He says he will only be traded if the team signed him to an extension. Well, I guess that means he's not coming to the Yankees because they're sure as hell not signing him to an extension. I can guarantee you guys that. But final score predictions, chat. Give me some final score predictions. What do we think is going to happen tonight? What do you think the final score is going to be? Are the Yankees going to win? Are they going to lose? Are they going to take the first game of this massive, massive series in Fenway Park against the Red Sox? I think my final score that I'm going to predict is going to be 5-3 Yankees. I think the Yankees win 5-3 tonight. I'm not expecting a blowout. I think it's going to be a pretty decent pitching matchup, and I think it's going to come down to the bullpens. I think it's going to be a tied game once both starters come out, and then I think the Yankees are kind of going to just beat up on Boston's bullpen. I think that's what's going to happen tonight. I'd love to see Adam Ottavino kind of just hand the Yankees a win tonight. That would be ideal. Let's see what you guys think. I see 9-1 Yankees, 7-3 Yankees, 10-5 Yankees, 8-2 Yankees, 4-3 Yankees, 6-1, 10-5, 5-2. Bro, it looks like every single one of you guys thinks the Yankees are going to win tonight. Austin says 0-0 tie. Maybe. But other than that, for the first time in a while, everyone's predicting the Yankees to win. I like that. Big fan of that. Does Chappie do good? That's a real question that's going to be asked. Hopefully the game is kind of not within 1 run, because you guys know I'm not confident in Chapman right now in like a 1-run game. I'd like Chapman to come in maybe with like a 2 to 3 run lead, just so we could kind of feel a little bit more confident in him. And then, I don't know, just see if he could improve his confidence with a good outing tonight, especially if he has a little bit of a lead to work with. But, chat, with that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today's pregame. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. You guys know the deal. I'm going live before and after every single Yankees game this season, so I'll be live for the postgame directly after the game tonight. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. You guys know the deal. Let's go Yankees. Recapping my predictions real quick. I have Stanton, Judge, and Voit going yard tonight, and then Herman, I have him going 5, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, and then final score I have the Yankees winning 5-3. Or did I say 5-2? I think I said 5-3. But either way, that's going to wrap things up. I'll see you guys after the game. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's go Yankees. Let's take game 1 against the Red Sox. Peace.